Think K-drama actors just rely on makeup and good lighting? Think again. Some have pushed their bodies to terrifying extremes, losing kilos, packing on muscle, and even risking their health just to bring one character to life. One actor literally fainted on set. Here are 9 K-drama stars who went too far for one unforgettable role. 9. Park Min-young. When you see Park Min-young on screen, she's often radiant. Sharp eyes, soft smile, always polished. In some of her dramas, she either made us laugh or fawn over her beauty. But in 2024's Marry My Husband, that image was nowhere to be found. Park Min-young played a woman who had nothing left, betrayed by her husband, broken by cancer, and wasting away in body and spirit. But instead of just pretending to be sick, Park Min-young became the role. She dropped 37 kilograms to capture her character's physical and emotional decay. Let that sink in. 37 kilograms. Her face looked hollow, her frame delicate to the point of looking fragile. Every line she delivered hit harder because her entire body mirrored her character's suffering. It didn't feel like acting. It felt like watching someone disintegrate in real time. Park Min-young later admitted that during filming, she relied mostly on ion drinks and nearly starved herself to maintain the look. And while fans praised her performance, concern followed fast. Some said she went too far. Some were outright shocked by how unrecognizable she looked. She eventually reassured fans that her transformation was temporary and strictly for the role. But the image of her hauntingly thin appearance lingered. And so did the larger conversation. What's the cost of going all in for a role? 8. Jung-ha. Jung-ha wasn't always seen as a powerhouse leading man. Before moving, he was known for his cheerful energy, soft features, and a friendly boy-next-door vibe. But when he stepped into the role of Kim Bong-seok, a teenager hiding superpowers inherited from superhero parents, he didn't just take on a new character, he took on a new body. To match the character's physical presence, Jung-ha gained around 30 kilograms in just a few months, a drastic shift from his usual look. Bong-seok is quiet and awkward on the outside, but his body carries secret strength, and the show's creators wanted that strength to show. So Jung-ha ate relentlessly and let his physique change, welcoming the transformation. He later said he was actually happy to be able to eat so much during prep. But behind the smiles was serious discipline. Packing on that much weight in such a short time meant constantly managing food intake, staying camera ready, and adjusting how he moved. 7. Ji-sung.
절대 병원은 안 돼. 집으로 가.
Next up, we've got Ji-sung, one of Korea's most respected actors, and someone who's never afraid to go to extremes for his craft. Ji-sung played Jang Jae-kyung, a narcotics officer who becomes entangled in the very addiction he's sworn to fight. It's a grim spiral into self-destruction, one that required Ji-sung to lose 15 kilograms in 2 months, all while filming intense, psychologically heavy scenes. Before filming, Ji-sung had been focused on family life, parenting, and had let his weight settle naturally at around 85 kilograms. But once cast in Connection, he knew he had to transform. Not just to look sick and strung out, but to feel like a man whose world was collapsing. He dropped down to 70 kilograms and admitted he wanted to go even further to 69, but stopped himself. "Health comes first," he said. Still, the toll was real. Ji-sung spoke openly about the side effects: extreme fatigue, muscle weakness, mental fog. He said it was like waking up each day already exhausted. His body ached, his focus slipped, and every emotion on set hit harder than it should have. And yet, the performance was electric. Critics praised how visceral and authentic he felt on screen. Whether he was trembling from withdrawal or locked in a silent stare, Ji-sung made the character's pain feel personal. But after filming Wrapped, he reflected on the cost. Ji-sung admitted that at this point in his career, pushing his body that far might not be worth it anymore. 6. Jang Dong-yoon.
네 혹시 경찰 아니가? 경찰 맞지?
Next, we've got Jang Dong-yoon, the kind of actor who doesn't just act like an athlete, he becomes one. For his 2023 K-drama Like Flowers in Sand, Dong-yoon took on the role of a traditional Korean wrestler, or Serium athlete, a character that demanded serious physicality. But here's the thing, Jang Dong-yoon is naturally lean, not exactly the bulky type you'd imagine in the wrestling ring. So, to look the part, he went through a full-blown transformation. He gained 14 kilograms, jumping from his usual 67 to over 80 kilos. And it wasn't an easy bulk up. He revealed that to hit his goal weight, he had to eat non-stop, 5 meals a day plus snacks, sometimes to the point where he literally felt like throwing up. At first, he didn't mind. The first 10 kilos came easy. He even enjoyed it, especially his favorite dish, raw fish soup. But once he crossed that 80-kilo mark, things started to get painful. He began feeling sluggish, constantly bloated, and dealt with indigestion every day. His body was protesting. Even after filming Wrapped, losing all that weight became its own battle. The new eating habits stuck, and his metabolism changed. He later turned to intermittent fasting just to get back on track. 5. Lee Sung-kyung.
야, 좀 천천히 먹어. 체하겠다.
Next up, we've got Lee Sung-kyung, model, actress, and one of the most effortlessly charismatic stars of her generation. Lee Sung-kyung built her career as a model first. Tall, elegant, effortless. Her beauty was runway level. So when she took the lead role in weightlifting fairy Kim Bok-joo, the industry did a double take. Gone was the chic, fashion-forward Lee Sung-kyung. In her place, Kim Bok-joo, a lovable, slightly awkward weightlifter with a big appetite and even bigger dreams. To make the transformation believable, Lee Sung-kyung gained 10 kilograms. But here's the twist. She had just 15 days between wrapping one drama, The Doctors, and starting weightlifting fairy Kim Bok-joo. That's right, 10 kilograms in just over 2 weeks. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't easy. Lee Sung-kyung said she forced herself to eat massive late-night meals, including spicy braised short ribs, despite barely being able to handle spicy food. The result? A fuller face, a real athletic build, and a body that moved with purpose, not pose. But it wasn't just a physical shift. Lee Sung-kyung committed to breaking her model image. She changed her posture, her voice, even the way she laughed, letting go of polish and embracing playfulness. Bok-joo wasn't glamorous. She was gritty, goofy, and endlessly endearing. Still, the physical effects lingered. Lee Sung-kyung spoke about suffering from indigestion, bloating, even stretch marks. Reminders that physical transformation has real consequences, especially when done fast. But fans loved her for it. Her performance shattered expectations and showed she was much more than a pretty face. 4. Rowoon.
사는 게 참으로 사나운 꿈이다. 도망쳐. 어떻게든 살아야 된다.
When fans think of Rowoon, they picture the perfect leading man. Tall, sculpted, with a gentle gaze and soft-spoken charm. But in 2025's The Murky Stream, Rowoon left all of that behind. Rowoon played Jang Se-yul, a rugged, lower-class enforcer navigating the corruption and violence of 1592 Joseon. And there was no romance here, just sweat, blood, and survival. To become Jang Se-yul, Rowoon dropped 8 kilograms, reshaping his athletic frame into something leaner, sharper, more dangerous. The production team described him as a tiger that moves like a deer, lithe, fast, and constantly on edge. He ditched the glow. His skin was darkened, his face roughed up with facial hair and dirt. His usually glossy hair was matted and wild. Fans joked he was unrecognizable. But that was the point. This wasn't Rowoon the idol. This was Rowoon the actor. Physically, it didn't stop at weight loss. Rowoon underwent intense martial arts and sword training, working with action director Park Young-sik to choreograph fight scenes that were brutal, fast, and grounded. Every move told a story. Every hit had history behind it. And emotionally, Rowoon tapped into something deeper, portraying a man who's lost everything but keeps fighting, not because he wants to live, but because he doesn't know how to stop. It was his most demanding role to date, and possibly his most defining. 3. Cho Hye-jung.
믿음 체조의 젓가락들 확 분질러 불러 이씨. 야 돌아보.
Yes, another actress in weightlifting fairy Kim Bok-joo was required to gain weight to look the part. And while it sounds like it is easy, few fans knew just how much work went on behind the scenes, especially for Cho Hye-jung. Playing one of Bok-joo's best friends, Hye-jung wasn't just acting alongside elite athletes, she had to look like one too. To fit the part, she was asked by the production team to gain weight for the role. What sounded simple at first turned into one of the most uncomfortable experiences of her career. Hye-jung later revealed that the director required her to document her weight every single day, even showing the numbers on a scale to prove she was following instructions. The constant monitoring made her feel self-conscious and pressured, as if her value on set depended on those digits. But she stayed committed, determined to make her character as real as possible. A lively, relatable college athlete who wasn't defined by her size. 2. Han Hyo-joo. When you hear the name Han Hyo-joo, a few words probably come to mind. Elegant, graceful, timeless. She's long been known as one of the most beautiful faces in K-drama, poised, radiant, and effortlessly captivating. For years, Han Hyo-joo has been the picture of classic Korean beauty. But in Believer 2, she completely torched that image. Here, she plays Big Knife, a ruthless enforcer in a violent drug cartel. And to become her, she went through one of the most shocking transformations of her career. Her teeth were fitted with custom prosthetics that warped her smile into something jagged and unsettling. She wore thick, outdated glasses that hid her expressive eyes, giving her a cold, mechanical stare. Her makeup was harsh, emphasizing blemishes, discoloration, and old scars, while her hair was cut and styled into a blunt, utilitarian mess. She even studied borderline personality disorder to capture Big Knife's emotional instability, how she could swing from eerie calm to explosive violence in a heartbeat. During training, she pushed herself to the point of emotional collapse, once breaking down in tears while running on a treadmill days before filming started. By the time cameras rolled, she was unrecognizable. And that was exactly what she wanted. 1. Kim Sung-oh. Out of everyone on this list, Kim Sung-oh's transformation might just take the top spot. Not only for how far he went, but for how close he came to the edge. In the 2016 thriller film Missing You, he plays a chilling serial killer, a man so hollow and lifeless that his presence alone feels wrong. To achieve that disturbing emptiness, Kim Sung-oh took his transformation to the extreme, losing 16 kilograms in just 4 weeks, dropping from 72 kilograms down to 56. His goal wasn't beauty, it was discomfort. He wanted audiences to feel uneasy just looking at him. To make it happen, he followed a punishing routine, surviving on almost no food, exercising until exhaustion, and sleeping as little as possible to give his eyes that sunken, sleepless look. His once athletic frame became gaunt. His skin turned pale and grayish. By the time shooting began, he could barely stand for long takes. Then came a nearly disastrous moment. During one scene, his co-star Shim Yoon-kyung had to strangle his character as part of the film. He told her beforehand to go all out, saying, "Even if you kill me, I won't die. You can't beat my power." He forgot just how weak he'd become. When she followed his direction, he blacked out right in the middle of the take. The crew later laughed once they knew he was okay, but co-star Kim Tae-hee admitted it was terrifying, saying it genuinely felt like he almost died right there. Looking back, Kim Sung-oh admitted he underestimated how far he'd pushed himself. But the performance paid off. Critics called it one of the most haunting portrayals of a villain in recent Korean cinema. K-dramas are known for their powerful storytelling. The emotions, the twists, the performances that leave us wrecked in the best way possible. But as we've seen, behind those unforgettable scenes, there's often a real person pushing their body and mind past the limit. Now, if you think these transformations were intense, wait until you hear the real-life stories. Click on this next video, the shocking true stories behind K-drama stars' lives. I promise, it's just as wild as these.